Hello, this is teddygaming and welcome back to another review on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles tmnt RW issue 75. So, in last review, we saw the Turtles return back to Planet Neutrino, and the trial clan was about starting, but then they'd been invaded. So, yeah, let's just get into this one. Let's just go. And before we do get started, if you do like this content and want to see more from this channel, please do make sure to subscribe, like, and turn on post notifications. Now let's go on with the video. Maligno's mothership. Hive, hear me now. Queen Maligno speaks. Heed my command. Hear me. Hear her. Hear her now. Hear her command. Swarm. Here they come. And it appears Maligno is releasing all her bugs this time. Even with the reinforcements King Xantar sending, we're completely outnumbered, Commander. Agreed, Lieutenant Talk. Which means one thing, more bugs for us to swat. Listen up, all triceratons. Mrs. Commander Zom, it appears our little holiday is over. I don't need to remind you that we're once again in the vanguard against an impossible enemy, because that's nothing new to us. But this will be the last time we fight for a cause that's not our own. King Xantar has sworn to award us on our own world, our very own home, if we help volunteer and squash these insects. Make no mistake. Today we fight for more than honor. Today we fight for our future. Today we fight for our freedom. Charge! Looks like this play started without us, colour. But I guess somebody's gotta be the fashionable late, right? You asked me the way those triceratons are gone can't be soon enough. Besides, I doubt Zaka would know fashion even a smashing square in the face. Ace. The one and only. But, how'd you? You're a comrade loaned me his ship. No way I was gonna skip out on all the fun. Enough for some friends too. Well, if you think you can handle it, the more the merrier. Handle it. Come on, kid. If it walks like a duck, and talks like a duck, I'm right. What the heck is that supposed to mean? It means I was hatched for this. Our guys and the triceratons are giving all they got. But there's no way they can hold off all Maligno's horde. That's where we come in. Our job is to stop any bugs that get through and protect the city at any cost. Is understood? Good. Now, man your battle stations. You know what to do. Commander, Dusk, if I can talk to you for a sec? Of course we do. Then my guys get you and your brothers geared up, okay? Yeah, we're good to go. I'm just wondering, what exactly is Maligno after? Why is she attacking Planet Neutrino? Because that's what it'll do, my friend. But Maligno's swarm is parasitic. It exists certainly to infest and consume anything in its path. It's really a more complex than that, sadly. There was a time when we combined the might of the Ultron Empire held back Maligno's destructive advance. But those days are long gone, and now it's up to us to find a way to stop them. Commander, this is Zach. You got bogies inbound. Say again, bogies inbound. Clear that. Trying to find out if we got what it takes. There they are! Fire at will! Well, this ain't too crazy. Come for a squishy alien trial, stay for a slimy bug war. I know, it's so us. We're gonna be alright, guys. We just gotta stay together. Watch each other's backs, and remember our training. That's funny. Kill all! Cause I don't remember ever training for this. Grr. One down, here's a lane to go. Look on the bright side, Raph. At least we get to be where the action is. We're two-tail weapons and jetpacks and everything. Not stuck in some stuffy old courtroom. Donnie's gonna be totally jealous when he finds out. Gah! I feel so useless to stand around here doing nothing like this. Please don't slow. You must control your frustration. Professor, you're doing exactly what you need to be doing, my friends. Yes, there is a battle taking place outside, but there is still a trial happening down here as well. While we pray for a successful outcome for the former, we must maintain the integrity of the latter. These witnesses are our responsibilities. I'm scared. This will be over soon, little one. Yeah, it's going to be okay, Bean. It is our sworn duty to keep them safe, Donatello. I know, Professor. I'm sorry, it's just, I'm worried my brothers are in danger. Well, seems you're all here. How convenient. First rule of ambush, take out the big guns. And a symbolic IO2 whenever you can. Hey, Amino! Hey, yeah! Nice form. Poor aim. Oh, look at your sumo friend. You lack vision. Hakra, you're going to stay down, robot. For good this time. Okay, big guns. Limited? Check. Second rule of ambush? Don't forget the leftovers. Hello, leftovers. Hey, we can talk about this. I mean, come on, no need for violence here. I'm a promoter, not a fighter. Really. And here I thought you were talking tree. Urgh. And what about you two, Pete Squeaks? You fight? No fighting you either? Gah! Burns! It burns! Belso Totus, you big oldie weed. Whoa, which way you going, Raph? Tell that to this space mod, Leo. Plus, it ain't like any of us who are experts with these jetpacks. Speak for yourself, bro. And you do said all those hours playing video games are wasted. Mikey, don't get cocky. This battle is far from over. Leo, you better be right about all those video games, runt. Going down this way. I was just spraying him with my pollen. That was very brave of you, Polly. Yes, it was, little one. Now, you two stay behind me. The creature won't surprise me again. Behind you. That sounds like a great plan, Menon. I wasn't talking to you, Stump. Still a great plan? I'm afraid Hawkcraw. Terrible surprise are far from over, my friends. Oh no. Judge Goroth? Oh yes. Permanently receased. Third rule of ambush? Leave no survivors. Starting with the damn planet. Leo, we're coming. Hurry up. Whoa, Johnny? Mikey? What's up, bro? Let's get more fighting. Kill. Barrel monsters. Grr! If you insist. Thanks, Leatherhead. Of course. What about this beast? Want to put him through a wall too? One move and I'll spray you again. No, no more spraying. Hakra. Great. That's all we need right now. We've got zero time to waste on him. The swarm's not laying up. We gotta get back in the fight. But we can't just hurt him either, guys. I mean, it looks like he's given up. Actually, I don't think we have to do either of those things. Polly, you're concentrating pollen. Why did it burn Hawkcraw when it only made Monkey hallucinate on your planet? Because the effects change depending on how much I release. The more I spray, the more it hurts, and the longer it lasts. And if you release all of it, then somebody's going to have a really, really bad day. Pain confusion, it works. Only problem is losing all my pollen would send me into a deep, dormant state. Permanently? No, not if I'm on my home planet. Tortoise is the only place with all the minerals and nutriment I need to wake up and get better. Stump, we need to talk. Okay. What? Okay, fine. With all the idiotic lame-brained ideas, Mr. R, yes? I hear you're a bit of a businessman. I mean, known to dabble. Well then. How'd you like to make a deal? Hive orders. Report to your queen. We fight on your majesties. We destroy all. We will prevail. Excellent. Where? Ah? There. One nasty virus coming up. Soon new planet trainer will be... Eh? Who? Just a little ventilation upgrade. Intruder! Destroy. Eliminate. I'd really rather not have to shoot in such tight quarters, just for a few more seconds. Destroy. And done. Time to bug out. Burns. It burns. Like fire. My mind, it spins. So much pain. So much confusion. My hive. The intruder has poisoned us. We must flee. Oh, wait a sec. What the hell's going on? Guys, this is Ace. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Affirmative, they stuck. They're running. This is Commander Zoom. I'm seeing the same thing over. Commander Ask, are you way ahead of you, Zoom? The bugs are retreating down here too. I have no clue how or why. But it looks like we've won. Guys, it worked. Super plan, bro. Let's go in. Thanks, Raph. I'm just glad I could help against Blinkner. But dudes, I don't get what happened. What the heck's scared all the bugs away? Honestly, it's not too complicated, Mikey. Professor Honeycutt had told me that Blinkner function as heart and mind, completely dependent upon their queen for everything. Action they take, their well-being, even their emotions. So I figured if we could get directly to Blinkner somehow, mess with her mind and throw her off her game, we'd be able to knock away the entire swarm in the process. and after Polly explained how potent his full blast of her full pollen is, I knew we had the perfect weapon to do it. We just needed a delivery method, which is where Hakra came into play. By downloading Polly pollen into his cybernetic Hakra, became a living flash drive, except instead of DNA, he will carry a nasty hallucination. After that, I was just it's just a matter of convincing Hakra it was worth the while to teleport to magnetize a ship and download the pollen into a ventilation system, and thanks to Stump we found a way. Save your thanks. Thing's gonna kill me when he finds out we owe Hakra twice that Krang was paying him lifetime box seats of Grapplemania. But what about Polly? Is she gonna be okay? Don't worry, Mikey. She's only sleeping. We'll get her back home as soon as the trial is over. She'll be fine. Rest easy, little hero. You've earned it. Not so bad for a little leftover, huh? The next day. I still can't believe you were able to get the trial back on track so quickly, Professor. I thought we were looking at weeks' delay at least. Yes, well, as I say in your planet, time and tide wait for no man, Donatello, and never should the scales of justice. Magna's swarm is gone, and Krang's judgment waits, so it's back for work for us. Sounds good to me. By the way, Krang's not looking so pleased with himself anymore, huh? Something tells me he found about Hakra dumping him for highest bidder. Blasted two-faced backstabbing bounty hunter. You could say he was a little stumped. Yeah, Professor Stumped? Way I get it is that you might want to leave the atrocious puns to Michelangelo, my friend. Yeah, good idea. In all seriousness, who's going to besides over the trial of Judge Gorath's death? I believe we're about to find out. Order in court, Department 1 of Samantha City, Interplanetary Court is now back in session for a case of Dimension X versus General Krang of Neutronium. All rise for His Royal Majesty, King Center of Planet Neutrino. What? He's part of the War Criminals Tribunal. This can't be illegal. On the contrary, it's both legal and established a protocol. Neutrino law states that the King may step in to see the proceedings through to completion. But we'll lose. If we do, we'll have whichever fool hive a cybernetic assassin to murder Judge Gorath to thank, won't we? Wonder who that could have been, Just do your damn job and get me out of here. Check out Krang, dudes. Looks like a more suspicious than normal. Yeah, but I'm still here that we let Hakra go. Talk about a scumbag that needed to be on trial. Hakra will answer for his crimes eventually, but Planet Neutrino is by no means beholden to his deal with Stump. I've no doubt my father will have him directly in his sights as soon as General Krang's trial concludes. Well, at least we know Krang's going down. Look now, with the king being the judge. Don't be so certain, Raphael. It is true that my husband holds no affection for General Krang, but in all matters, Sintar is guided by neutrino laws and traditions. Please be seated. Prosecution, you may call your next witness. Thank you, Majesty. Prosecution once again calls Leatherhead of planet Earth. I would like to start by thanking you for your patience while other matters will attend to, sir. We apologize for any inconvenience or delay we may cause you. I appreciate your statement, Professor, but it was unnecessary. I waited centuries to see my jailer brought to justice. Really, what's a few more days? Understood. And thankfully, that is why we've asked you here today, to refer to your defendant as your jailer, just now. Could you please elaborate on the description? Certainly, Professor. I can think of very few things that will give me more pleasure. There was a time, as a true child of Mother Nature, my existence was one of blissful ignorance, living moment to moment, with survival as one of my only concerns, just as nature intended. Sadly, that all changed when I was inadvertently exposed to Krang's mutation and transformed into the monster you see before you today. No, Krang was not directly responsible for my mutation. However, it was his poison that changed me, and it was he who, upon discovering my new form, who captured me, imprisoned me, and subsequently tortured me for countless years as part of a twisted scheme to build a mutant army to conquer Earth. Understand, had I been in my neutral state of ignorance, perhaps then the torture would have been more bearable, as I would not have known any better than what was happening to me. But I was mutated, changed, fully cognitive, with each and every second of pain, and any ignorance inflicted against my body and my rapidly evolving mind. It was unending horrors beyond my description, and it was all Krang's doing. Unfortunately, I'm not alone in this. There were others, many others who have fallen victim to Krang's foul machinery. Other creatures who predate even myself were stolen from their rightful home, transported to this strange dimension, mutated into freaks of nature, and forced to change fight the captor's war for them. Even to this very day. Ultimately, I realised that this trial is about war. Crimes of war, specifically, and it seemed almost comical to me at such time is even necessary. Who here doesn't believe Krang is justly guilty of attempted murders of millions of innocent lives? Farce of a century, indeed, more so because destruction was not his greatest crime, creation was. Krang played at being good, creating monstrosities that were never meant to be part of Mother Nature Grand's plans. If Krang is to face his judgment, then by all else, he must pay dearly for crimes against nature. Wow. I believe that's what the things call a home run. Never further questions, Your Majesty. Councillor Vimbin. I had nothing for a witness, sir. I wouldn't even begin to know where to start. Very well. Professor Honeycutt, I realise you yet intend to call witness A-Stuck and Polyglot to the stand, but their active participation on behalf of Planetruno in recent skirmish against the Mental Swarm creates an unavoidable conflict of interest. Therefore, it is my sworn duty as acting judge in the case to withdraw both witnesses from the prosecution roster. I understand, Your Highness. Defense, you may proceed with a witness. Thank you, King Senator. We have only one witness to call. General Krang, formerly of Neutronium. Let's get this fool's business over with, shall we? Man, Krang is really crazy. Everyone knows the defense not supposed to testify at their own trial. That's like Law and Order 101. More stupid than crazy, you ask me. Or perhaps neither, Raphael. If there is one thing we neutrinos have learned about General Krang over the years, it's never to underestimate his cruel cunning. General Krang, we have all heard of testimonies of witnesses. Each in their own way has a history with you, some better than others, but much understandable. History or not, however, this fundamental question before this court is this: are you General Krang of war crimes? Well, if being a dedicated warrior for my people is a crime, then yes, I suppose I'm guilty as charged. Let's get something straight right from the start. My father Emperor Quan was a great Neutron. In his lifetime, he single-handedly turned Neutronium from some backwatered mudball into a running seat of the mightiest empire that this dimension has ever known. There was no fight he would shrink for, no enemy he would flee. But make no mistake, my father was also a greedy fool with no strategic foresight, who didn't know when to admit enough was enough, and who drove our planet and nearly our entire race into utter ruin. Upon his ignominious demise, my father, the once great emperor of the Utrum Empire, left his own son, me, a desperate situation, desire, need, desperate measure. And what did you do, General? I acted swiftly and decisively to save my people. And how did you do that? By any means I deemed necessary. Which is exactly why I deem this trial necessary. We faced with a total annihilation of my people. I did what I had to do to ensure our survival. The odds were against me, and I should have failed, but I did not. Why? Because I let nothing stand in my way. I used who I had to use, killed who I had to kill. I did what I had to do. We can debate my ethics or my methods until the end of time, but the final result speaks for itself. The Neutron race survived, and I had been allowed to continue. They would have thrived. I know you understand, Zenta. Let's face it, you have a gall to accuse me of so-called war crimes and sin the judgment of me no less than when the truth is you aren't so different. I know fool when push comes to shove against Magna, you didn't hesitate to console your course in the order to build the force you need to save your plan, did you? I wonder, how many innocent triceratons died saving your people, But unlike you, I didn't pretend to have the right to judge what you done, Centaur. On the contrary, I respect your actions. You saved your people, no matter the cost, and no matter who and had to pay for it. You did what you had to. To reiterate, your Chancellor, if saving my people from a terrible death is a criminal offence, then I'm guilty as they come. But I'm not the only one in this courtroom. Thank you, General. No more questions. Prosecution, your witness. I have no questions for witness, sir. But Professor, I wouldn't even know where to begin to answer though. Very well. Proceed with your closing argument. My true name is Zayton Honeycutt. I am a neutrino scientist and professor. For a time, I was so-called Chair Adams, masquerading as a human scientist on planet Earth. And now standing before you, I'm a robotic constructor known as simply as to many as a futuroid. I share this personal information because, in full disclosure, the case against General Krang is a very personal one for me. You see, under this artificial exterior still exists a very real soul of a man Honeycutt, a widower, a mourner, a father. His beloved family was brutally murdered at the behest of the defendant. Yes, I am but one person with a tragedy story, but I am not alone. There are millions just like me, in 2 dimensions, who share my fate. Many of the witnesses who testify in this very case are proof of that. And had the defendant not been stopped when he was, there would have been millions, perhaps billions more. General Krang fashions himself a victim of circumstances beyond his control, forced by erasure of his people. That is only half the truth. He did rescue his people by any means he deemed necessary. But what kind of savior finds the annihilation of millions of innocent souls as one of those acceptable means? The answer is none, because mass murder is his method only a genocidal maniac. General Krang is guilty beyond question, and speaking from personal experience, the suffering he has caused gone on and on and on. Thank you. Sir, you have heard General Krang described by many triceratons during this trial: a mass murderer, a monster, a criminal against nation, and so on. But there is one term the esteemed prosecutor used just now that I believe is most insulting of all: victim. My client may be many things to many people, including himself, but what he most certainly is not a victim. That he found himself in a difficult situation, not of his own making, none can argue, but to think he made his helpless in any way is utterly ridiculous. General Krang, by his own admission, was and is a dedicated warrior in the service of the human race. And when all seems lost, he sets out to prove his dedication by defying both his father and the considerable odds against him to save his kind. Were his methods unorthodox? Certainly, but it was war, and it was war even orthodox? Never. It was always unpredictable, with the only consistent being kill or be killed. General Krang chose the former for his people, and in doing so, they survived. This brings us to the question of a genocide. Either it exists or it does not. Michael admits to killing others, an expected reality to war. However, when all is accounted for, he did not destroy whole planets or entire people. No, he fought a war, and despite saving his people, ultimately lost. And now, he sits in prison waiting judgment by the very people who reaped the benefits of his defeat. Perhaps his trial should really be about war profiting, and perhaps General Krang should not be the one who stands accused. Thank you for your time. Thank you both. I'll deliver my verdict shortly. What happened now, Professor? Well, the King considers his verdict. The royal family and the witnesses will be allowed into the courtroom. It is a planned neutrino decision that may all be presented when a decision is rendered. Do you think we won? Frankly, I don't know how anyone could be considered a winner in such a trustworthy at this. Whatever the final verdict, this case is about death and destruction, and that is always about horrible loss. So, what do you say, my friends? Think Krang's going down or what? I say I'm not your friend. And as for Krang's verdict, it's not what I think that matters. Order in the court, all rise for His Royal Majesty, King Centaur of Planet Neutrino. Please be seated. I'm ready to render my decision. I have carefully considered all witnesses' testimony and counsellor's argument in this case. I studied the evidence and have done my best to sift through the facts such as they are. I have also witnessed murderous atrocities during this trial to both the good and counsellor Apra and the Honourable Judge Gorath, that, though not committed by the defendants, may very well be attributed to him. However, without proof, it is only conjecture on my part. What I do know is that actual deeds and were committed by the assassin known as Hakra. Furthermore, it was Hakra who was responsible for delivering the means to repel the Mechanoid's attack against Planet Neutrino. And ultimately, that particular act, using the known killer to save my people, is attributed only to me. Understand, I do not believe General Krang is to be innocent in moral sense. No, he is murdered and maimed, and torture countless innocents in the dark in the interest of his cause. And yet I do not think it is proper that I pass judgment in this case, ever since I too have been made questionable moral decisions affecting innocent for my own cause, and for my own people. Therefore I have come to a final decision in this matter. I have consulted with Advisor Morel on Planet Earth's Bruno Island. She has agreed in the interest of putting all monasteries between our people behind us to hold the defendant General Krang, therefore exiled or Dimension X, and as a permanent prisoner. There, Advisor Morel has assured me the defendant will serve a lifetime sentence that is both morally just as compassionate, rendered by the very Utrum people he once saved. Commander Dask, please turn custody of the defendant over to Lieutenant Cleve and Corporal Montreau. General Krang, we come to take you home, sir. Wow, I didn't see that coming at all. Poor father, this must have been so difficult for him. Difficult? What does he know difficult? Well, partner, take a deep breath. Where's my compassion? What? He's... Oh no. Where's my justice? Leatherhead, wait. No. Justice. Get him. No. Don't let him escape. Wait. We appreciate your concern, but the general is dead. Yes, he's dead, and it's for the best. Imprisonment would have been worse curse for General Krang. Are you sure? 100%. Yeah, the general wouldn't wanted it this way. We'll inform our advisor Morel and others about what happened. Goodbye. Are we really going to come to inform Morel, Lieutenant? Negative, Corporal. Until we find out the mutant, because in this instant, military classified. Lieutenant Colonel Morel does not need to know anything. First we locate the lizard, then we'll find a way to retrieve Colonel Corel. And then we'll finish with what General Krang started. Roger that, sir. Now that I didn't see coming. Most internal events indeed. Yes, one might call it chromatic. Or might call it gross. Because gross? Well, it seemed you had Leatherhead, purged Leonardo. He's not to be trusted. Maybe. But I can't say I blame him this time, Commander. No, neither can I. And now we must bid you farewell, my friends. Although the problems presented by General Krang have not been ended in any unexpected fashion, our royal duties await us. Until next time, friends, we pray the created light shines upon you all. And we'll miss you so much. She's so awesome. Let's cue for me and her to ship out to Daddy-O's. Yeah. We got some witnesses that are ready to get home. Did I ever tell you, Pete, about the time I led the Skyborn squadron into the frozen tundra of a dry ice planet? Will this never end? You know, Cora's cruising around in that hot rod ship. I'm kinda glad we're going home too. Yeah, I wonder what trouble Pepperoni's gone into. All I know is, after this insanity, Pepperoni's mischief is going to be welcome relief. So what's next for you, Professor? I'll go back to your business of helping to protect my people, Tonto. General Krang may be gone for good now, but Malignant her swarm are not. We Neutrinos must return our full attention to stopping her threat for now. No rest for the worry. Hey, Professor? Indeed, Commander. Indeed. As for the glorious heroes of the Krang War, I offer a heartfelt salute. Once again, it has been an honor and a privilege to serve alongside you all. So, King Xantar, Krang is vanquished, and my people's agreement to aid you against the Malignant Swarm has been met. My only question remaining is, have you made your decision? Aye, Commander Zom. Although General Krang is now gone, the testimony he shared during his trial still reverberates in my heart. His words were hushed and accusatory, and the truth of them has caused me to no small amount of distress. He was right to lay blame at my feet for using your people, and I was wrong to do so. What's he saying? Simply this. Your people are owed the apology of Neutrinos, but none more than myself. It is true that it was General Krang who stole you away from your home world, and it has been I who has not allowed you the means to return. No longer. You requested a world be given to your people, but the fact is, that world does already exist. You are Earthlings, and therefore have a right to return to the planet Earth, and so I have asked my scientists to activate a portal to allow you to do so. The door has been opened, and your home awaits. Good luck to you all. Do you think that'll be okay, Father? The triceratons are a highly resilient tribe. I believe they will find a way to make this new opportunity a successful one. And whatever the Earth is enter, was a current inhabitants welcome their ancient brethren return? Well, I don't know, Gizilla. I only know that the time has come for our respective planets to cease relying on the other sacrifices of others to meet what is truly our own responsibilities. And if our 12 friends had an indication of a kindness, Earthlings are capable of, when I think Commander Zoom and her people find the Earth to be the home they've hoped for all these centuries. Sir, you gotta see this. Red feed from the far side of the moon, streaming in from Lunar Station 8. What is it? I'm not completely sure, but if I had to guess, I'll say we're about to be invaded, Ancient Bishop. Oh my god, that was so long. Glad it's over. It's an interesting issue with the whole Swarm thing and the Krang trial thing, and did really show like both sides, like they have the reasons for it, and technically they're both not wrong, but at the same time they're both right as well. So like, there's no real winner and loser for this whole argument. But it was just so long. Oh, never again. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. If you do listen, please share, like, subscribe, and stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.